Strong women, hyper independence, and that lie that you don't need anyone. Let me say something very carefully. Being the strong one is not always strength, sometimes it's survival. So you're the dependable one, the one who figures it out. You're the one who doesn't fall apart, and you're the one who carries it. You're the one that everybody calls. But when it's time for you to call and ask and receive, you get uncomfortable. You say, I got this. You deflect, you tighten up, you may even minimize and then change the subject. That's not personality, friend. That's conditioning. Hi, I'm Minister Tamika Owens. I've spent over 2 decades in emotional and behavioral health, walking alongside individuals in their recovery and healing journeys, as well as continuing my own growth and journey along the way. And today we're talking about strong women, hyper independence, and why sometimes that cape that you're wearing isn't power, it's protection. Yes. So if you grew up in an environment where emotions weren't safe, adults were unstable, and you had to grow up too early, you became the responsible one. You were praised for for not complaining. In fact, you were expected not to. And you learned how to handle things quietly. Your brain made a decision. If I don't handle it, nobody will. That thought becomes the identity. I'm the strong one. I don't need anyone for anything. It's easier if I just did it myself. If I slow down, everything will fall apart. And identity shapes behavior. So you overfunction, overgive, underreceive, and choose partners who need saving. Struggle to lean and feel resentment quietly. And then the world applauds you for it. But that applause does not equal alignment. Sometimes it equals exhaustion. Let me make this personal for just a moment. After one of my injuries, I physically couldn't move the way that I used to. And if you're someone who's always been capable and relied upon, that shift hits so much deeper than the physical. The thought I had was, I should be able to do this and do it for myself. That thought attacked my identity. I'm the strong one. I'm the mom. I'm the wife. And because of that identity, my behavior followed. I pushed way beyond my capacity. I avoided asking. I felt frustrated. And when help was offered, I felt like my value was tied to my output. When your self-worth is built around being capable, productivity becomes the identity. And when productivity shifts, the identity is shaken. But what I had to learn was this: needing help did not mean that I was weak. It meant that I was human. Strength was not pushing through the pain. Strength was adjusting without abandoning myself. So receiving requires vulnerability. And that vulnerability will require some safety. So if vulnerability once led to disappointment, rejection, and chaos, your whole nervous system will resist receiving. So when someone helps you, your body might feel suspicious, irritated, embarrassed, maybe even defensive. Your mind says, what do they want? There's got to be a catch, and I don't owe nobody anything. I don't need your validation. That's protection. That is not confidence. So let's talk about something small that reveals a whole lot. A compliment. When someone says, you look beautiful today, what do you do? Do you deflect it, joke it away, return the compliment? I like your shoes too. Or do you immediately start scanning for a motive? And here's the big one. Do you instantly assume they must want something? They must want an intimate relationship. This is leading somewhere. It's got to be leading somewhere, right? No, not every compliment is a transaction. Not every affirmation is an invitation. And not every kindness equals access, because you ain't got to give it to them. Let that sit. Now, let me give you an example. Here's the thought. There must be a motive. Identity. I can't just receive. I have to guard. I don't let anyone in easily. The behavior. You deflect, shrink, minimize, neutralize, distance. And every time you do that, you train your nervous system to reject support on every level. Practice this instead. When someone compliments you, don't guess what their ulterior motive is. Don't even challenge it. Definitely don't erase it. And don't shrink yourself to neutralize it. And don't instantly assume that what they want is access to you. Just say, thank you. Let your nervous system just sit there for a minute. Thank you. If you notice the urge to deflect, do you notice the discomfort? Do you notice your armor? Breathe. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6. You can receive affirmation without surrendering boundaries. Here are some steps to help you. Step 1, the identity audit. Ask yourself, who am I if not the strong one? Sometimes that fear isn't weakness, it's losing that identity. Step 2, the 4 P's. When help is offered, pause, pray, process, proceed. Pause, stop the reflex. Pray, center yourself, process that. What am I actually afraid of? Now proceed. Allow that support anyway. Step 3, delegate intentionally. Delegation is not a weakness. Delegation is wisdom. Let someone help. Let someone show up. Let someone carry something. Let someone open the door. Healing was never meant to happen in isolation. See, isolation fuels burnout. Isolation fuels distortion, and isolation fuels relapse. You may be asking, well, what does a healthy strength look like then? Healthy strength says, I am capable, I am connected, I can lead, and I can lean. I can give, and I can receive. That's interdependence, and interdependence is a mature strength. So this week, I want you to do this. Allow 1 act of support. Receive 1 compliment without deflecting, and delegate 1 task without guilt. And when discomfort arises, breathe. Stay. Now let's close with this grounding. I want you to place your hand on your chest. And I want you to think of the last time somebody gave you a compliment and then you minimized it. Say this quietly in your mind. Thank you. Let that sit in your body. You are allowed to receive. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to lean, and you are not less powerful because of it. If you're the strong one, hear me very clearly. You do not have to retire your strength. You just have to remove that armor. So next episode, we're going to be talking about boundaries and why they are spiritual practice, not an attitude problem. Until then, heal loud, live full, and remember, never small again.